things off of one computer, I guess. Such is the way. Turn the music, or turn the volume of the game up. Turn these up. Social post is already done. Resummon my carbuncle. Resummon Ben. Disable the overlay for Neo. Alright. Everything is as it should be. And even though everything failed, it still saved my HUD changes that I made before the crash. So, yay for that. And I think while we're waiting for the dungeon queue to pop, because before I was doing all that other stuff, and now all that other stuff is done, I'm gonna grab my new phone. So interesting. I got a folding phone for the first time ever. I'm very excited about it. So while we're waiting for this queue to pop, I think I'm going to put my case on, as I believe part of the case has to be glued on. It has like adhesive on it, I'm pretty sure. But I went with the Spigen, the Schmiegen, rugged armor case. Oh, bam. What is this? Okay. I see. So there's a bunch of adhesive films inside the case, and you remove them all to put them on. Ready to go. Aw. Very cool. Lock the screen for the moment. Okay, so you're supposed to put the front on first. The excitement is palpable. Oh my god, how do I get to this last sticker? I need a sharp point. There we go. Huh. Uh-oh. I don't see the chat. There it is. Okay, cool. It's just the bot doing bot things. Okay. How intriguing. Okay. This always makes me really nervous. Ooh. I closed it. That's cute. I have to fix my wallpapers and stuff. And also purchase a screen protector for this front screen. For sure, for sure. Oh. The face unlock is really responsive. I haven't had face unlock since the Pixel 4, and that was hit or miss on whether or not it worked. Alright. Hold you back up. And I'm gonna put you on the charger. That was exciting. I know it doesn't seem that way for you guys, because, like, what does it matter? But, like, I'm very excited about it. I really don't know if the front of this is sticking or not. So I think what I'm actually gonna do is put it face down. And let gravity do its thing. I'll do a quick comparison here before I put it away. It's not that much thicker than my old phone. Yeah. Okay, cool. And it looks like the charger that was giving my old phone problems is working perfectly fine with it. Because of course it is. Very cool. Okay, put this to the side for now. Aren't you guys so glad you're tuned in for this? Final level warrior. Warrior's really fun. Self skills are busted. As soon as I'm done with my summoner, warrior is the next class that I need to level up. And I actually started leveling up before the expansion launched, remember? We were talking about it. I did like 1 or 2 story quests on the stream. I can't show you this cute little octopus that my little one made because it is green, so it won't show up because of the green screen. Yeah, like you can't see it, but I have a cute little octopus. All right, let's see if we can not fail at mechanics we don't know. War Corlador. So this is the Sky Ruin, right? Tural, Vidral, Valley Garmanda. Kind of like a primal, but not. That head just looks like a chicken head with scales. Ooh. I like that. I see. Let's do Slipstream real quick. Gathers strength. I'm basically going to follow the healers around, is my plan. Okay, this is a cone. Got it. What is that? Oh, that's really cool. I'm impressed. In the southeast, wouldn't that be down there? Oh. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. Don't we need to move again? Oh. See? Like, I have no idea what's happening. This is really pretty, but like, Final Fantasy fights are always really pretty. Arcane circles of ice. What does that mean? Oh, hello. Oh. Come on. Like, I'm obviously targeting the thing in front of me. Is that what's happening? Every time it does like a phase transition, I auto de-target. It's kind of annoying. Phantom Veil. God, that's blinding. What are we doing? I have no idea. I'm just trying to stay alive. Like, I'm staying with GF over here. Interesting. What do I do? Okay. Arcane circles of thunder. So what, do we stand over here? How interesting. This is a soak, isn't it? Wait, what? Interesting. That feels like it would have been a soak mechanic, but it's not. Oh, I'm the one with the stack? That actually makes a lot of sense. Why? Oh, it moves every... Okay. I was gonna say, I didn't think it was me the entire time. Ow. Perpetual flames are consuming my flesh, apparently. Um, Ow. Oh, come on. That's not cool, man. Do I have a debuff right now of some sort? Increased trauma will result in a concussion. Got it. Never mind. Ah, man. I see. That's what shows you where the avalanche is coming from. I'm over it. Just leave me to die. I don't even think I should have died right there, considering the fact that, like, I don't think I was hit by anything. But whatever. Oh, let me just... I just want to go straight into... Aha, man. Oh, man. Kind of depressing. Okay, done. At least I didn't die a fourth time. I've been playing so much WoW lately that I'm a little more used to how things work in that game in comparison to this. Yeah, they're all gone already. Ah, man.
We did it. We slew Valiarmanda. A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage. you, Papa!
Nice. I haven't gotten to that point yet that like all the people were talking about in reviews and early discussion about like not liking Wook Lamont. Like I like her character.
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father. The Federal was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
Oh, I'd be dead. Straight up.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it?
Aw.
Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best.
Yeah. I like that attitude. You fought well, though. Can't even see my face because of this stupid helmet.
I did, didn't I? Even if it wasn't at full strength, we defeated a living legend.
That we did.
I swear, I'll surpass the old man one day.
The Sky Ruin lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
He's got
I
some
suppose we
issues.
should head back and join Erenville.
For sure.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
That snake. Ugh, I don't like that guy at all. Sarelja's gross. Not a character I'm particularly attached to. But at least Erenville looks unscathed. Your proud expressions bespeak a successful hunt. Not that I'm surprised. Sarelja came back earlier, but left almost immediately with Sarelja in tow. He seemed disinclined to share any victory celebrations. That is nothing unusual for Sarelja. No, it's Bakul Jaja that concerns me. He's probably far ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he caused. I still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain Vali Godmanda, it wasn't only Urkopacha at risk, there would have been deaths across the entire continent. I am more certain than ever that Bakul Jaja cannot be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. I mean, realistically, Bakul Jaja should have been disqualified, because if we look into the reading of the rules and the fact that like they weren't allowed to directly threaten the what's it called? What are they called again? The people hosting? They had a name, but one of the rules was you couldn't directly threaten them or you'd be disqualified from the feats. And I would assume that unleashing a living legend that killed untold numbers of people in the past qualifies as threatening the people, right? Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Dude shouldn't even be in the conversation. Ben, I need you to move. Mimicking real life. Alright. The Yakui must still be anxious, wondering where and when Vali Garmanda will strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Af knows as well. Yeah. Yeah, we should let them know that we slew the beast. I'm not fond of the quest accept sound, but it's not the worst thing in the world. This game is just so pretty. All right, we're going right there. That is our destination. Turn on the auto run so I can take a drink of water. You. Do 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 do. Whoops. Oh, am I not going there? I guess not. I could have teleported. Ah, whatever. What is down here? Churwugger Saltern. Ah, these are the aggressive guys. Got it. No! Don't chase me! Ah. Want to take the high road here. There we go. And doo-doo-doo. Oh, I should have been pressing the death button for those deaths that I had in the fight. I gotta try to remember that that's a thing I have now on my foot pedal. Before we do anything else, we should talk to Gorforlor. Yes.
To the temple, then.
Mm-hmm.
That won't be necessary, heroes of the hour.
Yo. Dude is jacked.
Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
Yes, it is.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town, but the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
No.
A second feat?
The feat of ice. You were to fortify Valigarmanda's prison.
Okay.
How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
What more would we test, Zulmurwer? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Kulul Jalja, then no one is.
I mean, well spoken. Oh, there's Zuralja and Sarilja.
Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
Okay. Nice.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
We're close to the end of the keystone thing.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valiarmanda.
I want to slap that boy down so quick.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokui.
Yokui.
May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolal as we enter this new age.
Zuralja is just so unpleased.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it if it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Okay.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You woke Yamat, was it not?
Yeah.
I doubted you could slay Valikarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph.
Okay.
Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
It's all good.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods,
Interesting.
never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess, a statue so tall even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
Aye, and
Aye,
compared to the
like-
abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They
Okay.
journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
May have.
Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, no dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel.
That's good a place as any to start.
They were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns. They were forced to abandon that territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
Okay.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude.
So
I merely repaid a debt.
like, cool, we get it.
Farewell, Wook Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
She's just like, eh. I don't think Warporlor and his brethren will have a sudden change of heart. That doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today's proof of that. Wait. We gotta leave it in this view for a second in case. Never mind. We're not gonna get pulled into another conversation. I think it's time we return to Duliolo. After scaling the tallest mountain and battling a legendary beast, even dauntless heroes like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination. There's a respite would be most welcome. I believe I heard the forward cabins calling our name. Goodbye. I am 100% just teleporting. Goodbye, gentlemen. Aethernet, boom, and then Aaronville should be right here. Rest well, we can meet back here later on. I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. Will you be heading to the palace, Wuklamat? Wuklamat, did you hear me? Lost in our own little world, it seems. Well, no matter. I'll be back soon enough. An attendant standing by to unlock a cabin. Enjoy your stay. Come on. I'll sprint over. Bing, 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 bing. Hello. Welcome back. Glad to be back.
You
Hello,
have a
Clement.
moment?
Of course I do.
There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
So,
Come on, spit it out. Our guy's just like,
yeah,
like talking to one of the children.
it's just too stuffy in here, that's what.
Okay.
We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air, that's what we need.
Okay. Let's take a walk in the fresh air. I can't see his face, but I saw the I love the kazoo in this song. All right, well, Clement. Sorry to drag you away. Could feel the walls closing in. Take you to one of my favorite places. Okay. Resplendent Quarter. Make our way up from there. Let's do it. I'm down. And now we go sprinting again. Okay, yeah. Take the Resplendent Quarter. Aetheryte. Bloop. Nope, nope. Come on. Resplendent Quarter. Teleport. Teleport. All right. Peshua, what are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? It's much healed now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out fighting your hardest to win the throne. You're the claimant with the greatest love for peace. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Oh ho ho, there's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think it'll help. It's cute. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Peshua. And thank you, Third Promise. I shall pray for your success in the contest. All those smiling faces. Sorry, bro. I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we've made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. Do you think we can take our time, maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to that spot I was thinking of? Of course. Of course. Let's walk around for a bit. Poor kid. Probably got a lot in mind. Oh. Never mind. Is it sunrise or sunset? That's the question I'm asking. I'm gonna go with sunset.
This is much better.
So that's a screenshot right there.
I used to come here all the time when I was little. Would look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small. Do you remember what I said at the top of Orkor Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural?
Yeah.
Well, I've been thinking a lot since then.
Okay.
About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war.
I mean, it's more than that, don't you think?
And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far.
We've had some pretty good stuff so far.
I realized nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others. Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
That's the sort of thing I'd expect you to say.
Really? I feel proud somehow. It's an answer I arrived at by trying to be true to myself. That you think I succeeded, it means a lot. So, this is my plan. When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in happiness. It's just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. There's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies.
Okay.
If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left.
Yeah.
After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me?
Of course.
Thank the gods for that. Well, I have nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
Okay. It's good with me. What's the matter? Ready. Ready to throw down. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Alright, speak with Alphino. Is he just right here? Yeah, cool. You look to be good spirits. I was glad to snatch up some quality sleep after all. Sleep. Alphino seems eager. Small upgrade to review the journey thus far. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Ugh. My neck really hurts. Now that we've refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all the claimants as they currently stand. Okay. Zeralja and Kwana have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. The Wuklamat would be equal with them, but for Bakul Jaja's thievery, which has left us 1 short. That conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. He can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I'll be taking back what is mine. This I swear. Okay. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, if Bakul Jaja unleashing Valigarmanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. Okay. That's some good conviction. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of our Past and the Lay of the Brotherhood. Former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamulja and the Zabral in the forests of Yaktel, specifically near a village called Ikbrax. Okay. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. Eorzea has a similar tale. The explorer Kadimram befriended a 2-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travels across Toral. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least that is the commonly held belief. Are we going to have to go out to sea then? Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Papa, so this Kadimram fellow must have come to Tuliolal. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet, vestiges of Yokui architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Autarch, did you? Then Kentanram must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? One of the grandest in Toral, once upon a time, and the seat of the Mamulja's homeland. It too lies in Yaktel, not far from Ikbrax. Then all things considered, Yaktel seems to be the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method to travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding one of Quana's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? Look at her face. Awesome. All right. I'm assuming we're just gonna have to walk over there. So, okay. Let's take a quick 5-minute break because I gotta use the bathroom. So let's do that, and then I'll be back. All right. So let's take a break. BRB. Hey, you're right, Branch plays games. I don't know why I'm in the Final Fantasy XI category, but honestly, I will blame I'm gonna blame my beginning of stream crash on that because it reset all my settings, and I think in my haste to get the stream back up, I just misclicked on the category. Thank you for letting me know, though. I appreciate that. Hi. Did you want to say hi? You can say hi. My little one wants to say hi to the stream.
Hi.
There you go. What? Yeah, I got it from McDonald's. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a Hello Kitty Slifer the Sky Dragon. Sort of, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. There you go. I can't hear you all the way over there. What's up? Yeah, you're having a little bit of difficulty, yeah? Okay. Alright, we're back. I'm going to the airship landing, which I guess I can just portal over. The dirigible landing. Alright. The next flight to Yucktail will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Are we sure that thing will stay in the air all the way to Yucktail? Oh, poor Wooklamot. She's so scared. Excuse me. Are you ready? Bags packed and their goodbyes said. No going back once we lift off. Not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. You must be afraid of heights. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand just until I've settled my nerves? Yes. Of course. You're the nicest person I've ever met, bro. I'll try not to crush your hand. There she is. Third promise. Wait just a moment. Mablu and Tobli. Of course, of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Hmm? I see. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Krau's earring. Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Yogg-Toral as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. Are they also going to be in Yogg-Toral? According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at the market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing the same earring could only be my grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yogg-Toral, to where it seems you're already bound. Well, look, then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather there, or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rite. But thanks. I won't let you down. I've just got to board this dirigible and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Yaktel. I really hope she wins. Yaktel will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Dawn servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. Now, is Yaktel where we're gonna find out that, like, everything bad what happened? Oh,
The
that's
fierce
so
Shepral
pretty.
hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yaktel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named.
Not that Yeah. Yeah, it's my different person, the one that I drew.
It is here where the Shepral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Fair enough. I mean, it makes sense.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
Okay, that explains.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozumauka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
What's a cenote?
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
Yeah, Wuklamot, don't fall.
Time.
Is the Shepral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times. Okay. Let's switch back to the normal screen. And it looks like we're going that way. I like this track too. This is good background music. Is that? It's like a giant chinchilla raccoon. They're everywhere. Those walking flowers? Necrosis. Okay. So yes, walking flower. Oh, with a big mouth opening. I don't want to fight, but I guess I don't have much of a choice. Oh. Apparently I got just far enough away for it to stop fighting me. Dang, that sucks. I wasted like all my good attacks. when it was invulnerable. All right. Good, everyone's accounted for. Equinox is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Yep, let's. This is cool. I really like all of the art style of this expansion quite a bit. All right, let's make sure we attune to the Aetheryte, because I've forgotten at least once so far in this expansion to do it at one of the towns. Okay. Aaronville was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. Let's not. Oh my god. Hey, I leveled! We're level 95 now. Nice. We have so much junk. Yeah, just get rid of some of this stuff. Honestly. This I should have put in the, what's it called? Armoire. Okay. Woke them up. Except, ready to head on in? I sure am. Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly on us. The third promise under retinue, I presume? Yep. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of Stars at the village center. Everyone is waiting for you. Straight to the point. Everyone? And who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come on, let's follow him. I wonder if her brothers are waiting. Well, there they are. And there's Bakul Jaja.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
I want to slap you upside your head too.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk.
Okay.
As Sibrash Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people.
Okay.
As all four claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise. If you would please join us.
Okay. I wonder what they're doing. There's Thancred and Urianger.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
Interesting.
You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner.
Interesting.
Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Twelve forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
I mean, that's of course how it has to go, right?
Clemens, please present your colors.
Okay.
I have red. Blue.
Okay.
On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red. Which means...
Okay.
Together
Koana.
again, as fate would have it.
And then Bakul Jaja and Zeralja.
Victory's as good as ours.
I mean, when you have the two
With
most
our
physically
claimants thus
strong...
paired, so too is their opposition.
And they're both like physical monsters.
Not the one-head.
Oh, I forgot the Zeralja is also like
Listen well.
currently
The trial that awaits you is as follows.
like sidelining
Each
Bakul
team is to
Jaja.
prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Bibil.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Yes, they have.
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
Yeah.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
Okay.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture.
Yeah.
Is this what Father intended for us all along? But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition,
Koana.
that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
And just like that.
The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster.
Okay.
Let the feat of repast begin.
Sounds good.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. It's a lighter wonder.
He's real quiet, and nobody's pointing it out. But we know. We know. All right. Oh my god. How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jaja's attempts to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering so many people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition is a team of 6. The 2 claimants, Arilja and Bakul Jaja's lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9. That's 3 more people we can mobilize. With the task suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy. Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have easily been avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Jabal people. Let us gather here once we've seen what clues the village has to offer. Okay. The kazoo's my favorite part. Aw. Took away my kazoo. How unfortunate. Second. Hold up. I'm trying to get this connected. Allow. Continue. Alright. Got that going. Let's find some stuff, shall we? Alright. Colorful spices. Number of spices some entirely unfamiliar to you are nestled in a basket. That one's called ashiote. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Okay. So we're definitely going to need some of that. Fastidious fellow. Recipe for Zubruk Bibil. I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Hunmuruk himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still Ibruk to be had at the market. Wink. Okay. Got it. Anything down here for us to find? Oh, this is cool. It's like a little fishing or a little swimming hole. I love stuff like that. Such a nice breeze. There's nothing inside this building? Oh, wait. Bright banana peel. An unusual colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Underground fire pits? Oh no, it appears to have gone and dropped my Jatika banana peel? I could barely see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. There's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. Okay. I like that they made 2 separate red circles to like guide us instead of one giant red circle like they do sometimes. Okay. Anybody here? No. Excuse me. Anything inside this building? Not openable. Are all of these closed? Seems like it. We talked to that guy. We saw the people cooking back here. So my guess is the third hint has got to be somewhere else, right? Did I not look in here closely enough? Oh wait, no, there we go. Hubigo Guardian. That's who we needed to talk to. We ought to cut our losses and head to Momuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think he won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? What are you looking at, Salt Liquor? Mind your own business. Yeah, okay. So they're planning to steal more keystones from us. Whatever. Where's our turn-in? Destination, got it. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about Zubruk Pibil? Zubruk Pibil. True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us, directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish, and observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation. But one in particular she attributed to all common Jabal dishes, ashiot, she called it. I see. If Zabruk Pibil is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alphano claims. We have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burning bundles wrapped in the leaf of najul or banana in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? Ibruk without a doubt. Right? As would be expected of a dish called Zabruk Pibil, indeed. Indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Ibruk, flavored with a combination of spices that includes achiote and steamed underground within najul or banana leaves. That sounds good. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why I thanked and I scouted the surrounding forest while you were exploring the village. Between local vegetation and wild Zabruk, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to the master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. Sounds good. I too should be glad to volunteer my aid. Then the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I'm happy to lead some to a suitable Ibruk if they will perform the requisite deed. Alizé. As for the Najul leaves, I believe I'm capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find Najul in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika heartland, forest far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Lamachi, bro, if you would accompany me on my errand, gladly. No better way to whet my appetite. Good, let us be about our tasks then. And of course, we don't mention the fact that we saw the idiots talking about taking keystones from our claimant. There we go. Come on, let's go get those Najul leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. You're not wrong there. Bum, 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 bum. Quada has the look of a man intent on finding bananas. Let us see if there are any Najul leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook Orianshe mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. That's the same one we talked to. So let's go see him. Yup. There he was back here behind this building. Right over here. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? We were hoping to buy some leaves. Najul leaves for purposes other than Zabruk Pibil, naturally. Unfortunately, I've just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forests for more. Golmagic Grove is the source of the finest Najul leaves you'll find. Wild variants you sometimes see in city markets can't compare. I see. I had hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture. But if there's no other way to obtain our ingredient, then to the Jatika heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Unmutruk. Traveling there requires that you go through the Tealbic Traverse, but it has caved in due to the recent storm, I expect. What? But that means we can't get our Najul leaves. But we can we? If there were no other way of procuring them, you would have suspended this feat or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. That's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find Zebruk Bibil to be delicious, but daunting dish to finish. I can't wait. Okay, so he tells us that the place that we need to go for the bananas is caved in and unavailable. There are no leaves here and we can't travel for more. How are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and the cultures. So perhaps there's something about Zebruk Bibil that we have yet to learn, something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. Oh, I see. Like, who was the first to make it, its history, that sort of thing. Ahem. If it's Yaktel's history you're interested in, you should start with the Old War. Between the Zabral and the Mamulja, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. Know that, and know the end of bloodshed is to know Zebruk Bibil. What does that steamed Ivruk have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing though such a detour may seem, I can think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of a settlement ruined by the war, the village of Ilyon Aso. It lies a short distance to the east. Let's do it. The village of Ilyon Aso. Understood. Thank you for the help. Come, let us go and see this place. Perfect. Cool. Let's just cruise on over. I like the music track for the forest quite a bit. Final Fantasy always delivers on their music, though, I feel. But I can honestly say that Blizzard is slowly catching up to them with some of the music that we heard in War Within. Village of Ilyon Aso must be further east. Let us continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors are maybe on our heels. I mean, they're after Wuk Lamat, so probably. It's awesome. The battle music for this expansion is probably my favorite out of all the battle musics. This place is in ruins. So this is the village of Ilyon Aso, or what's left of it. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Hey, I saw the name and I was like, that's the guy, isn't it? Wukivu, I didn't know you were in Yaktel. I was picking up lumber from Ibrax when I heard the third promise was on our way to this site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service and so followed you here. Wukivu is a shipwright who came to our aid during the Feat of Reeds. A pleasure. You're a member of the Third Promise's retinue, I presume? For the moment, I suppose I am. My name's Koana. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Koana. Now that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard... Koana, as in the second promise of Tuliolal? To think that I addressed the Dawn Servant's own son as some common retainer, such disrespect cannot be excused. Please, take up your gun and... Oh, come on, not this again. I take no offense, so please do not dwell on it. Okay. Alright, then I shan't dwell on it. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about Zabruk Pivil. While I'm forbidden by the Jabraks to divulge any information regarding its preparation, I would be happy to share what I know of Yaktel's history. We'd appreciate that. It is in its most basic sense, the conflict between the Zabral and the Mamulja was... I didn't read that. The Mamulja live in the lower forest where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to covet the upper forest, the home of the Zabral, so they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Trying to read fast enough so that we don't miss anything. Yet advantage ever favors higher ground. The Zabral forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and again. But as the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well. Blessed siblings. You must understand, the Mamulja were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hubigo, Bunewa, and Dopro each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged the Zabral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hubigo and Bunewa leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed that partners of differing clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Hubigo and Bunewa both, a two-headed Mamulja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually arising as the first autarch, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the autarch's rule, the newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think it best you see the results firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. Okay. Yeah. Whoa, look at those trees.
This is where most battles were fought between the Zabral and Mamulja, the Shogrit Cinder Field.
A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been.
This place looks wild.
The war over these lands began after the Yoqui's departure some 500 years ago.
Okay.
And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter.
Huh.
Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Vali Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
Oh, we're getting an echo vision.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours. If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace.
Buff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill deserve the bounty of this forest. Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives.
That's the truth.
Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end? That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then?
I mean, yeah. What do you think's gonna happen if foreign invaders come?
Of the East. But you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda. What? You defeated the Sky Ruin?
Yeah.
I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Belu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
That's how it works.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
The Dawn Servant is like my most favorite written character of this expansion for sure.
And so began that legendary banquet. One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue.
But then, the Dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Chebral steamed Najul.
Okay.
Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Chebral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So
That's
delicious
awesome.
was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
I like that.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong? Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter
Yeah.
and half-baked, no doubt.
I'll be there in a minute. All right. I'll be right back. It's time to say goodnight to the kiddos. So, BRB. Alrighty. Let's get back into it. Papa really did live up to his words. He traveled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures. And we're doing the same now. 0 slots left in your inventory. Because you have a bunch of garbage that you shouldn't be carrying anymore from God knows how long ago. Alright, let's just take on the next quest. I'll worry about inventory stuff at another time. Bananas still weigh heavily upon Kwana's mind. Mukivu has given us valuable insights into the origins of the Brute people. However, we're still no closer to procuring the necessary Najul leaves. Unless... Tell me, was that historic feat commemorated in some fashion? With a monument, for instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. Figures. Hey, it's the Jibanyan couch. Yeah. 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 Sorry. Just enjoying myself. Okay, here it is. Offered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolize their vow that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us true, especially when at the heart of so significant a battlefield. Lamachi, bro, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. You got it, bruh. Look here, the soil has been recently overturned. Digging for some underground bananas. Ooh, someone buried a box. Well. We would have been satisfied to find only a hint, but here they are, fresh Najul leaves. Nuruk's root doing, I'd wager. There's poetry in hiding them on this battlefield, given that it was central to the war they helped end. So he planned all this from the start. Thank you again, Mukivu. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. It was my honor to render assistance, and, with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well, third promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the Feat of Reeds, I have been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. All devised solutions to the Hanuha alien crops, but you alone sought to know their culture and revive Ihihana, even though it seemed unrelated to your task. In my humble opinion, no one cares more for the people of Tuliolal and what they hold dear. Should you again require historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. I cannot argue with that. We have what we need. Let us return to Ikbrax. Ikbrash? Right? Brash? I think the X is a sh sound. Cool. Let us return the best way. Yup. Because I'm not about to run all that way right now. I'm sure there was... I should have checked for an aether current before I warped away. I'm sure there was one there. Didn't even think about it until just now. Quite I'm glad we were successful. The others should be back soon, I expect. I hope so. I'm famished. Wood? how did everyone fare? We got the Najul leaves. Wukivu came along and helped us find them. Wukivu was here? I would have liked to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. And she's gonna retell it. Okay. That Galulja brought an end to centuries of warfare surprises me a little, but to achieve said peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find the oddest of solutions, but how about the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Oriange and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we need, with no mention of what we needed them for, of course. And I'm pleased to report that we are stocked with the finest firewood this forest has to offer. Had on offer. Okay. Spoken like a true expert. Aaronville and I found our Ibruk, so we should have meat aplenty. It was a spirited creature, so much so that its hunter fell down a cenote trying to catch it. I thought you wouldn't tell anyone. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? Spoken like Alice A. regular. Cute. I picked a good portion of local herbs, with particular attention to the seeds that yielded a shiote. I'm told our resident astrologian divined the appropriate measurements for the seasoning as well. Aye, through further inquiry did I determine the ideal balance of spices. Then all that remains is to prepare the dish itself. I presume that at least one among us is versed in the culinary arts. I can hardly claim profound skill, but I have cooked for myself. You can leave the rest to me. And you, I hope. I could use your adventurer's grit when it comes to skinning the Ibruk. You got it. Ooh, my mouth is watering already. Bow, bow, bow. Without further delay, then. Let's do it.
Smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Bakul Jaja. No one cares what you think.
Huh. Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
It's ready. Apologies for the wait.
Tacos.
We submit to you our Shibruk Pibil.
This looks amazing.
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja to cook the spiced meats favored by the Jabral. It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then.
It's such a tiny taco.
In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated Shibruk Bibil admirably.
Nice.
Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yoktel's history of violence and your father's role in ending it.
Yeah.
Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you.
Okay. So now what's the other side got?
All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
Ahem. I believe we have yet to receive our assessment. Ours is also a faithful example of Shibruk Pibil, as you will no doubt agree.
I see. While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its defining aroma.
Preposterous! The meat was marinated and spiced before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is Shibruk Pibil.
Oh? And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed, they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Your dish lacks an essential
difference.
ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of Shibruk Pibil, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones.
There you go.
This was stupid anyway.
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
Yeah.
What do I care for this sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
Weak.
This is delicious!
And it tastes better.
It melts in your mouth, And the way the Najuli rounds out these spices is sublime.
It's gonna taste better with the fact that you won using it.
This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
Choke on your harmony.
Come, come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
You don't have to tell me twice. Ah, that was bliss.
It was palatable enough, I suppose.
Juana's not convinced.
To you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast, I present these keystones.
Awesome.
Only 1 feet left.
Yep.
Well, I should get going then.
Koana's the only one with all the keystones so far intact.
I'm glad that I wasn't paired with one of the others.
We can do better than that, surely.
Yeah, we could. But that's all we're getting.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone. I forgot something important.
Oh, what'd you forget?
Was there any shipwreck people left? I could really use another helping.
Was that the important thing you forgot? You wanted more food? Wow. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Yellow Ketter. Alright. I have to clear my inventory to hand this in anyway, and it's just about to be 9 o'clock, so that's the end of our stream. Thursday, we'll be playing some WoW. I'm assuming by then I'll be doing some mythics, but who knows? Because tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday is raid hour, so we'll see what happens. But Thursday we'll be playing WoW. I'll see you guys then. Have a good rest of your night. Have a wonderful Wednesday.